special good morning to our listeners. Good morning to our viewers. Of course, those of you listening to Classic Radio, those of you viewing GBN TV, good morning and welcome to The Point. It's Friday, the 24th day of April 2026. Good morning to those of you also by our social media platforms, Facebook page, YouTube channels. Good morning and welcome to The Point here this morning. It's quite a bit of a shift in our program this morning. Of course, we have simply call him Alan. Good morning to you, sir.
Good morning. Good morning.
You'll be here for a short bit. We just have a brief conversation relating to Xpressions, and that's coming up on the 26th of April. And tell us about it. Xpressions. We know it's not the first of its kind in terms of the event. Tell us about what it's going to be like for 2026. Share some details with us, folks.
Okay, so first let me just say, as GT said, my name is Alan, but I'm also the PRO of the Grenada Steel Band Association. And good morning to everyone in radio land, social media land, live television, wherever you are. Good morning. Xpressions, it's a calendar event of the Grenada Steel Band Association.
Yes.
Just to give you a little history, it used to be called the Bomb Tune before, where bands would play a non-calypso Juve morning on the road. So you see bands playing the road mad song, and when they reach a specific area, they'll just stop and just play this tune, and then they'll be judged. Now it went from there to becoming a part of Panorama.
So it's a bit of evolve from just on the Juve boarding part of it.
Yes. So it became a part of Panorama, where it was 2 songs now in the competition, just to change the aesthetics of the show.
Okay.
However, it grew into its own event, and it was rebranded from Bomb Tune to Xpressions.
All right.
And you may wonder why the word Xpressions. Now, there are creatives in the Steel Band in the Steel Band movement, and we call them arrangers.
Yeah.
So they have to take this song, which is a non-calypso, and play it in calypso, and create different elements, be creative, colors, different styles, different music.
Interesting.
Right.
So, just not cutting you. So you say, they will take a particular song, whether this could be an R&B,
yes,
maybe something gospel too if they wish to, because it's left up to their choice, right?
Yes,
it's left up to their choice, but it now has to be formatted into the calypso genre.
Yes.
Or is it calypso only or soca genre? Calypso, soca, mostly calypso.
So because soca or groovy is a grandchild of calypso, right? Calypso, they all fall within the same category.
All right, great,
they are subcategories, but calypso is the mother.
All right.
And in that format, the arrangers will now color that previous genre into that format.
I get that whole gist of it there.
Yes.
All right. So they now take that particular song that they have chosen, and you bring it to that particular format now. It's going to the calypso. Where does it go from there now?
So the arranger now has to be creative. And in his ideas, right? Create tension, create different moods, right? To present his song to the judges and to the audience. And in that, the judges will now say, yes, this person did the best interpretation, and this person had the best motivic and melodic developments.
All right.
There's a criteria that the judges will follow, and the winner will be based on who does it the best.
All right. Still keeping a level of originality within the song, but it goes to that more in that format of a calypso, I would assume.
Yes.
Interesting idea. Interesting. I haven't had the opportunity to go and listen to a Xpression competition in the last couple of years for various reasons. The 2026 version, what's going to be extra special about it this year?
Well, what we do every year is try to create an ambience.
Yes.
It's a family event. You're pan lovers, but what makes it special is the location, the Tantin location, the netball court. It creates a different venue for the intimacy, right? And this year, I believe it's a selection of songs. You have Stevie Wonder, you have a Michael Jackson, and there are persons that will say, we don't understand this song. In this competition, in this setting, you're able now to listen a song maybe your parents listen or you love, but wait now, pan is a good thing.
Now hearing it being played on steel pan,
Yes.
so you can create a different dimension in your mind, a different feeling. Because you hear certain songs, maybe you will hear the particular artists and how they give their interpretation of it in their vocals, and now you hear it being transformed into pan. And sometimes it's phenomenal in terms of what you hear.
Definitely.
You know. So you mentioned something that grabbed my fancy. This is a competition, per se.
Yes, it is.
This is a competition.
And the reason why it's a competition, when you have the arrangers going into those extensive work, right? And it's not like a jamboree where you just do an open show for the public.
All right.
Right? It's something that needs to be judged. And I'm wearing this today, Comms Pan, because in relation to this, just recently, under the Division of Culture, there was a arrangers workshop to be able to enhance, arrangers within the steel band fraternity in Grenada. So you will expect to get some new added ideas coming out. It's not the end of the workshop, but this is what it is: creativity, being creative. This is what separates band A from band B. This is what separates being the champion, right? Or someone coming to defeat the champion. You have to have that skills, and it's also music, a level of theory and understanding music. So it's not just knocking pan and playing some notes, but it's a part of the music theory that you will implement those techniques, those abilities, and then when you put it, or I should say present it, right, have a judge scoring you to tell you have improved, the band has executed, the players have executed. Yes. This is the best.
It's like serious thing.
Serious thing. And bands like competition. I mean, we are the Steel Band Association, so we come together as one to advocate, to grow. But you want to have that little rivalry there because that is what creates identity, right?
And bring that little bit of bragging rights in it there also.
Of course.
How many bands will be participating this year?
7 bands.
7 bands.
You have, I'll put it in the order of appearance, right? So you have the band that will be performing first is Nexa New Dimension.
Yeah.
Second will be Republic Bank Angel Harps. Third will be Grand Roy Pan Angels, and they're sponsored this year by Gravel and Concrete. So kudos to Gravel and Concrete on that big initiative.
I always like to hear when steel bands or have a particular sponsor. I like to hear that.
Right.
Someone sponsoring the band.
Panosia. You have Co-op Bank Comancheros, IMA, Rainbow City All-Stars, and Pan Wizards, and they're sponsored by Blast. So 7 bands competing for this coveted title. Now the interesting thing about this, there's one band in here that did 3 in a row.
In terms of winning the competition?
Yes. So they're here on Sunday to defend, but the other bands are gunning to. No, we ain't giving you 4.
Someone is coming after you in this competition. This year's competition. Yes. All right. So I'm seeing there's an admission of $25.
Yes, sir.
That's for I'm assuming adults. You're going to pay $25. Children 12 years and on, you're going to pay $10. And I'm seeing a little more to do. A little more to do. The initiative of that is to encourage persons to purchase the tickets early, get it early, so that we have an idea of what the accommodation would be like. Understand.
It's always good to know in advance where you're going, what you need.
Pan competitions sometimes need that help, per se. Is there any main sponsorship that goes along with this competition this year? Big
time. I have to shout out the National Lotteries Authority. They have been on board with us, and they are strong sponsor, supporter of Pan.
Yes.
This year, in terms of prize monies and sponsorship, it's $67,000.
Okay.
So kudos to the National Lottery and the team at the National Lottery. And then we also have Spice Mass and Sanders as supporting sponsors.
Okay.
I would like to include, because this is new data coming in, Hubbard's.
All right.
Bryden and Miners, and Huggins.
All right.
So the corporate world is definitely supporting Pan and supporting the youths, because the steel band fraternity, it has a lot of youths in it, and they are the ones that is driving, right? If you're going to see
they need that support,
Yes,
they need that support, that encouragement also,
yes.
from it. So tell me, you did mention that, of course, let's get this bit in. What does the winning band receive in terms of the monetary contribution for winning? Or prize monies per se?
So I'll go back first. At the beginning of Pan Xpressions, it was all bands would receive the same amount, whether first or not. So the trophy was that prize first.
Okay, so usually there's a trophy in the initial stage of the competition.
There's still a trophy, but through sponsorship and the growth of Pan Xpressions, the winning band should receive in the range of $12,000. So you're looking at 12, 10, and 8 for the top 3 bands, and then the rest of bands will receive an even amount.
Okay. Interesting to know. Interesting.
And as we grow, as sponsorship grow, as the turnout grow, you expect to, because it takes a lot, tuning of the bands, transporting of the bands, the transport to get the players back and forth
from the venue. Yes.
All the other little things, the service providers, radio ads, television, and all of those things add up. So, as we grow, we have to find a way how to, dissect the budget to accommodate all the aspects of Pan Xpressions.
All right. Well, Alan, anything else you want to mention before we take a wrap this morning? Or?
No, well, I just like to say to the public, come on down to the Tanti Netball Court. The event starts at 5 p.m. It's this Sunday, the 26th of April.
Yes.
Now, just looking at GBN this morning, you recognize it's April. It's not the Easter weekend, but this weekend is a bumper weekend.
Lots of activities.
A lot of activities, but you don't want to miss Pan Xpression. It's a family event. Bring your family there. It's a nice, enclosed, secure area. I can tell you Pan Xpressions is also, or Steel Pan events are also injury-free, violent-free, no incidents. So it's a good choice. And this week, St. George's is celebrating St. George's Day, so I think the Sunday is like the closing of such, and it's something for you to do in the celebration.
Yes.
Right? So come on down to Pan Xpressions at the Tanti Netball Court, 5 p.m. Get your tickets early. You can call 420-2467. And you can get tickets there. You can also check Spice Mass to get tickets.
All right. Alan, I want to thank you once again for popping by and share the information. You realize it's been a jam-packed morning here.
Oh, yes.
Jam-packed morning. So I just had to give you the opportunity to come, of course, allow the listeners and viewers and folks who may be looking for a particular event they want to attend. So best wishes for the event coming up on Sunday. Hope you, of course, you get the entire Tantin complex get filled to capacity and everybody come and enjoy the sweet song of Pan. I mean, the band that plays the best win.
Yes.
All right?
The prize to the one who earns it.
Exactly. Thanks once again, man, and best wishes. All right.
Thank you.
Hey, folks, we'll be right back. Don't touch it down. Stay with us. It's To The Point here on Classic Radio GBN TV. We'll be right back.
Get set. Boy, it's coming. It's coming. Classic Lighting and Communal Credit Union Invitational. Rani James Athletic Stadium, April 25th and the 26th. Come and see strength and pressure, yes? Police taking on busmen in the tug of war of the century. Huggins sizes up Hubbards. Now what's up pulling down Glen? Pull the pin and bow. Flo going head to head with Digicel in a biting final. It's a family affair, yes? Giveaways, vibes, and real competition. Don't miss it now. April 25th and 26th. Kirani James Athletic Stadium. Be there. Blast on, blast on, blast on, no.
Fire up the coals, bring the flavor. It's time to crown the King of the Grill. Maggie King of the Grill 2026 is calling you. Think you got the creativity, the skills, and the fire to rule the grill? This is the ultimate showdown for chefs, backyard masters, and the food lovers alike. Step up, show your talent, and claim your spot among the best. With over $5,000 in cash and prizes to be won, the stakes has never been hotter. Happening Saturday, May the 30th. Register now. Call or WhatsApp 407-8458. But hurry, registration close April the 30th. Don't wait. Bring your fire, bring your flavor, and bring your A-game. Maggie, King of the Grill 2026, where champions are made on the grill.
Across our Caribbean, we're going digital, working smarter and living safer online.
In Dominica, we don't fall for fake prizes. We check before we click.
In Grenada, we verify before we share, keeping our hard-earned money safe from hackers.
In St. Lucia, we report cyberbullying, protecting our children and each other.
In St. Vincent and the Grenadines, we report scams fast, protecting our neighbors and our communities.
Together, we're building a cyber-smart Caribbean, keeping our people and our data safe, standing up to scams and cybercrime. We stay connected, but always alert. This message is brought to you by the Caribbean Digital Transformation Project. Stay smart, stay safe. Think Card TP. Visit cardtpconnect.org.
Life doesn't stand still. It moves. It grows. It asks you to believe in what's next. Your first car. Owning your home. The business you build. The future you choose to invest in. Life moves in steps. When you're ready to take the next one, we're here to help you move forward with banking solutions designed for life. From vehicle financing and mortgages to education savings, credit solutions, and support for your growing business. Republic Bank, ready for life, every step.
Welcome back, listeners. Welcome back, viewers. Once again, it's To The Point, Classic Radio, GBN TV. Welcome back to those of you via social media platforms. Folks, we want to dive directly into an open line segment this morning. This morning, we have no particular subject matter that I want to throw out at you, of course, to get you to participating. So I've given the option to you, listeners and viewers over there. Let's get the ball rolling. There probably something you want to throw out this morning. Something, of course, that you want to give you, of course, share your opinion on, or, bring something to the fore. Feel free to do so. 435-2041. The lines are open, both the WhatsApp and the direct line. Yes, so the WhatsApp is up and going, and the direct line is also ready to go. 435-2041. The lines are open. Let's hear from you this morning in terms of course, what you'd like to bring to the fore this morning. Feel free to do so. It's an open line. Once again, 435-2041. As mentioned before, I have no particular subject matter I want to throw to you. I was actually prepared for another segment this morning, and of course, we had that last minute cancellation. So the opportunity is now awarded to you, listeners and viewers out there, to hear from you. Let's take our first caller. Caller, live. Good morning and welcome.
Good morning, GT.
How are you doing this morning, sir?
Hope you're having a pleasant day, man, and just give God thanks.
Thus far, it's all good. It's all good.
This morning I just want to take a little time to just give God thanks and praise, and I just want to thank Him for just the fact that I have eyes to see. We have a beautiful nation, and not only that, we have people around who caring. And let's just take the little time off to meditate and think. It's very important also for us to understand that how Grenada was to how it's going in terms of education, in terms of innovation. We haven't seen that in a long time. And under this present administration, we really should give Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell some credit and his cabinet ministers. As I would always say, there is no perfection in the human domain. But at the end of the day, if you have to rate in terms of the short time they've been in power, we've seen a lot of things happen. Pension, gratuity. You're seeing runway cargo. You're seeing roads that never been touched before. You're seeing ComSpan innovation. You're seeing university studies being given to families. You know, the Prime Minister wants to make sure that every family at least have one university graduate. We've seen elevator, things for the women. We've seen so many things, the lighting of the playing fields and stuff like that. We've seen negotiation, reaching out to our sisters and brothers in Africa. And not only that, we also see that the increase of salaries for some doctors and some nurses. We've seen all those things. We've seen the friendliness in terms of from a working point of view, we've been friendly to the workers. The unions can confess that they don't have to beat up themselves, you know, and march on the street to get monies, because this government, under the leadership of Deacon Mitchell, they show that the worker is friendly. And we have to give some credit for that. My admission is that we should continue praying for Grenada, Carriacou, and Pedimatnik. At the end of the day, people have a right to back whichever political party they want, or they have a right to be part of any religious organization. But to be realistic, the fact remains that we haven't seen such great improvement or such initiative from any government for the last 20 years or so, in terms of what they're doing in the short period of time. Look at that. In St. David's, we've seen brand new school. Government in the past only talking about talking things. But the school started, the St. David's Secondary School. We're so proud of them. And so many other things. Look at Lacolum. The sewage system there being messed up for so long. This government come in and they done it. What more? We could just go ahead and talk for the whole morning. Let's give people credit, like your political party, like your religious organization, but let us be realistic and give the government credit when it's due. Have yourself a blessed day, my brother.
You too, bruv. Have a good one, and best wishes goes out to you. We do have another caller via the WhatsApp. WhatsApp caller, you're live. Good morning and welcome.
Yes, morning, GT, and morning,
good morning to you, sir.
Listeners and the viewers. Before I forget this point, let me say how, uncomfortable I am. I've tried to express that before, with the fact that we have the Ministry of Creative Affairs or something like that teaming up with the U.S. Embassy to host some seminar to promote hip-hop. The same people who told us that hip-hop is of the range and it does this to women and all other things like that. They are helping to promote that to us under the guise of, what do you call it, cultural diplomacy. The Africans could tell you about their experience, but you don't seem to be expansive in mind and be, curious to learn. This is one way of penetrating our society in a more dangerous way. We should not. Because at the same time as these people are forcing us to break relations with Cuba in terms of the medical and so on, they're giving us something hip-hop we could just move up like some little monkeys. Anyway, so that's one. I hope people, hear what I'm saying. This is not the way to go. Instead, why we not, if they were going to help us, why they not sponsor us to have something on the cultural aspect that reflect us, whether it's calypso, reggae, or the like. We have to be strategic and intelligent. Now, as a compliment, the Grenada Tourism Authority have said that they had conversation with with folks from Latin America, or particularly Brazil, in terms of tourism. And I applaud that. I've been advocating that for years. We need to look southward. And in spite of all the money we've been spending on, say, marketing tourism and so on, and of course, we're not feeling it. I mean, there's a small sector of the society that benefiting. We have to subsidize tourism. I am part of a network of Afro people in the Americas who have been trying to promote Afro tourism. There's an untapped Afro population in the Americas. A few years ago, they asked me to do an address to a group of university in Bahia, and I approached the minister, the association, the authority, and I asked them what's their connection, if they have any plans. And of course, that was like a foreign language. I mean, that was like something like an alien. It was something like an alien. I had to go there and do the best, give the best representation of Grenada without any input from the tourism authority, because they didn't see that as having any connection. So I'm glad. So that is one. Finally, I think when I hear all the stuff we are having and all the fests and this and that, and I checked that where's the educational part, where is our people to help us galvanize to be able to face all the imminent and existential threats, whether it's in climate or impending food shortage, famine, and so on, based on the continuation of war and so on. We don't have anything, and the media, the business sector, even the state. I mean, we will talk about what we have singing, the creatives and so on, but we need to be having activities that would help people to have a willingness to learn, to be curious. Before you stop me, GT, let me stop myself. Thank you.
Thank you, caller. Appreciate your contribution as always. Have a good day. We do have another caller. Caller, you're live. Good morning and welcome.
Yeah, good morning, GT. GT, how you doing?
Doing good. How are you this morning?
I'm fine. I'm good. GT, I came to see you yesterday, but I didn't see you. However, I will talk to you this morning. GT, I have a serious problem and deep concern regarding our water situation in Grenada. Now, since before I was born, let me speak for after I was born, I know that there's a company in Grenada named Nawasa doing water for the island. Now, every year you hear rain is falling, yes, you have water. Oh, rain is not falling, it's dry season, so there's no water. No. It's getting worse and worse. Now, this administration, we used to say there was no storage, not enough storage for water. This one make a couple storages, fine, but we are getting water very heavy in the tap. But the water brown more than strong cocoa tea. GT, we can't use it. Now, I am saying, if the people in the Nawasa they do not have the qualification, or they cannot find people to do it of their own, then resign, give the company over to somebody, other company who could purify the water, give us water. Because, GT, everybody who has a meter is paying Nawasa. We are paying Nawasa whether we get clean water or dirty water. No, they have to take us into consideration that we are paying the bills. Now you put a lot of clothes in the machine, white clothes. I brought it yesterday to Nawasa. There's nothing you can do to bring it back. All my Easter curtain and bedspread and things for Easter, with tradition, all that I take it there. All my granddaughter white shirt, my daughter white shirt in sandals, everything just turned. It's mud. It can't clean. I mean, this is not fair. And GT, on top of all that, we still have to pay the bill, eh? Now, I'm not criticizing, I'm not commenting about the bill. For instance, last year I spoke to I spoke to Mr. Husband. I showed him the stuff. He said, but the commodity is the cheapest? I say, yes. But if sugar is $20 a pound, and you decide to sell your sugar 50 cents, don't mean you have to give me some? Give us proper water. It's about time that we get adequate service. GT, look at no hotel or big, elaborate people in Grenada are going to get a cheaper, dirty water in the pipe. And how is we? Oh, GT, I'm calling on the WASA. Either they give over, they manipulate to other company to run or do something about it. It's overbearing and it's time overdue. GT, have a nice
You too. Have a good morning. Have a great weekend to come. All right.
Bye-bye.
Folks, we due for a break. Let's take it. When we come back, we continue with the open line conversation this morning. Stay with us to the point. Classic Radio GBN TV. We will be right back. Don't touch it down.
Served Grenada.
When the day's done, there's only one place to be. Jump it up. April 25th and 26th, the Kirani James Athletic Stadium comes alive. It's the Classic Lighting Communal Credit Union Invitational Games, the final showdown. Come witness all clubs battle for glory one last time. Gather your posse, take your stand, and jump up for Bankers Association, Hubbards, DG-Cell, Huggins, Grenlec, Nawasa, Prisons, Police, Busmen, and Flow. This is rivalry. This is passion. This is Grenada on fire. April 25th and 26th. Kirani James Athletic Stadium. Don't miss it.
Across our Caribbean, we're going digital, working smarter and living safer online.
In Dominica, we don't fall for fake prizes. We check before we click.
In Grenada, we verify before we share, keeping our hard-earned money safe from hackers.
In St. Lucia, we report cyberbullying, protecting our children and each other.
In St. Vincent and the Grenadines, we report scams fast, protecting our neighbors and our communities.
Together, we're building a cyber-smart Caribbean, keeping our people and our data safe, standing up to scams and cybercrime. We stay connected, but always alert. This message is brought to you by the Caribbean Digital Transformation Project. Stay smart, stay safe. Think Card TP. Visit cardtpconnect.org.
Grenada, the fire's about to be lit. Get ready for the ultimate grilling showdown. Maggie, King of the Grill 2026 is coming your way. Saturday, May the 30th at the Monroe's Plain Field. The search is on for the island's top grill masters. Do you have what it takes? Bring your flavor and compete in the chicken category, the seafood category, and the bold, most creative grill category, where daring ideas take the crown. And this year, the heat isn't just for adults. Introducing the Junior Grillers category. Schools and youth groups. If you are under 18, this is your time to shine. So fire up those coals, sharpen those grilling skills, and get ready to battle for grilling glory. Registration is now open. Call or WhatsApp 405-8458 to secure your spot. Maggie, King of the Grill 2026. Saturday, May the 30th, Monroe's Plain Field. Come for food, stay for the vibes, and witness who will be crowned King of the Grill. Brought to you by Maggie, enhancing the natural flavor of your food.
Welcome back to our listeners. Welcome back to our viewers once again. It's to the point. It's Friday, the 24th day of April. We have an open line edition this morning on today's edition of To the Point, which means you listeners and viewers have the opportunity to call in, share your views, share your concerns. Of course, the things that you may like to bring to the fore this morning, feel free to do that on today's edition. Let's go back to the phone line. We do have a caller. Caller, you're live. Good morning. Welcome.
Well, thank you very much, and pleasant good morning to one and all. I give thanks and praise to the Almighty, having sustained me this far, and I thank him very much indeed. You know, I have a very, very, very serious concern. I know everyone knows my voice, knows who I am, knows whatever I'm going through, and I'm suffering. Anyway, the truth is, stealing, thieving, pilfering, embezzlement, all these fancy names, pre-larceny, all these fancy names, and we are hearing much of them today. Let me tell you of my experience, which I have already spoken on this present radio station some weeks ago. I lost my leg in 2020 due to farming, burning coals. But by 2022, when I got a vision how to make a seat cushion and strap on my bottom and go back into my lands and work, operate. The truth is, I planted over almost 2 acres of land with a set of fig, blubber, plantain, green tea, you name that kind of a stuff, mango, pawpaw, soursop, and the whatnot, etc. But you know what is happening over the years? Guys come with a goat, guys come with a cow, and then on Easter Sunday, well, I was looking at one bunch of plants in December, and I decided in 3 months' time maybe that should be ready. So on Easter Sunday, I decided, all right, I will go to the lands to cut that bunch of blubber. And when I got there, I was rather surprised. If I had my 2 feet and I was walking, probably I'd fall down. The truth is, the tree itself, standing with the stalk and the navel, as we call it, navel, whichever it is. But you know what that person did? That person on hand, every hand of blubber on that tree, and left the tree standing, left everything as it is. As I said, if I was on my feet, I'd probably fall because of my sight, what I've seen. Pilfering. Again, coconuts in my land. And to this present day, I could hardly get one. If I have to get one, I have to get somebody to climb the tree and pick it from me because, well, I noticed they even start climbing the tree. So I started to stick in some nails. So if anyone gets damaged or whatnot, etc., I couldn't care too less. I leave it up to the Father. But I'll keep sticking my nails and I'll keep doing what I have to do and hope that one day I will get my satisfaction. Thank you very much. Have a good day, everybody.
Thank you, caller. Thank you very much. We do have another caller via WhatsApp. WhatsApp caller, you're live. Good morning and welcome.
Good day, Jay. Good morning. How you doing,
Good morning, Jay. I'm doing well, man. How are you doing this morning?
I'm fine, my brother. Tourism, right? We spend over $1 million to put lights on the carnage. Yeah, you look good, but the pole we use and the lighting we use wasn't adequate. We remove it. Well, let's guess we took that $1 million and fixed the carnage, extend it back a little bit, reclaim some land, plant some trees, build some nice little shops for our people to go there and vend, whatever they're selling, food or, whatever, and then create space for people to come and relax and enjoy the environment and still put some lights. That would have been much, much better instead of throwing up some lights. So when you talk about tourism, I don't know if our officials don't go, well, I guess they go places, but I don't know if they even look at where they go or even look at the YouTube, because you can see a lot of ideas you can come up with, and bringing a small country here and put vibes and create that environment. Transportation. We had a pilot project in St. David's, which I do believe didn't make no sense at all. That project should be in Grand Anse. The first pilot project, bring some buses in Grand Anse, government buses, so that you could try it out in Grand Anse, and then from there, you move to the different parishes and put some buses. Because transportation is essential for movement of people in a country. And if they cannot move freely, then spending is going to be halted, because you don't want that in a country. People should be able to move at any time they choose and please. That's how a functioning country operate. Not after 6 o'clock, everything's shut down until 6 in the morning. That's not a country. That's the parents who have a house and they want the children to go out. I'm just saying that we have things we can do. So that pilot project we had in St. David for school children, would make much sense. That should be in Grand Anse. So all now, so we understand how this bus thing how to work. And we're trying to get some new buses, more buses to put to other areas to help body that problem.
Well, caller, let me ask you, what difference would you have seen it would have made if you said it went to St. David's, what difference would it have made if it was in the Grand Dance area, in your opinion? What difference would it have made?
Well, we had it for school children. And you know, school children already, they like choosing bus. They don't go with any bus. You can see them on the roadside every morning time, they stand waiting for a particular bus. So putting bus for them is just more or less, I believe, just wasting money. Now, if you had it in Grand Dance, we'd have an understanding by now, that with people, and right now it's even easier now, we have electric buses. So you go in and spend much money on gas. So they put some stations where you can charge. We have a charging station in different areas in case you need to charge on the week. And then buses then run for a couple hours well before they need to charge it. So we don't need all this problem we're creating for ourselves. Yeah. It's very easy.
I'm still not getting your direction still in the difference it would have made going to Grand Dance unlike, St. David's. I'm still not getting that direction, but of course I respect your opinion.
Grand Dance is a busier place, so you can understand it.
Remember, it was done for school purposes. There's not much major schools in the Grand Dance area.
No, we're not using it for school, but I mean, remember telling you, school children are going to pick their bus. So getting bus for school.
So you thought you would have better for an after-school program then, other than to take children to school?
No. For people to travel.
Okay, but it was deemed for school. So putting people in place of it may be a little bit odd in terms of it now. But I understand.
Jay, you live in St. George's, right?
Yes.
Now just imagine. You must get some stories from people that live in the countryside, on the western side, or even St. David's, or even Springville, when they had to go to work and come back up from work. And you understand the level of problems these people face every day just to go to work and come back. So we're not. This is not something that we are saying that maybe we want it. This is something that Grenada need.
So you're relatively trying to say we should have a pilot project similar to the one that they were tried for the school for regular passengers. That's what you're really trying to say.
Regular passengers.
I get you.
So by now, but by now we will understand and be able to move it to the different parishes now.
All right.
And our people would have been able to move anytime they want.
All right.
So when you have movements of people, you have spending, you have activities, shops and bars and restaurants and nightclubs, and if you have a function somewhere, people can go. When you have people that are run by a car, then you have so much of cars in the country. This is a wastage. After a time, you have to dump them somewhere. Where are you going to dump them? So we are creating problems that we can handle in the future. So when are we going to learn sense in this place here?
Thank you, caller.
The question.
Thank you so much. Appreciate your call. We do have another caller. Caller, you're live. Good morning. Welcome. Caller, good morning. You're live. Guess that caller is not ready for us as yet. 435-2041, 435-2041. We go back to the WhatsApp. We do have another caller via WhatsApp. What's up, caller? You're live. Good morning and welcome.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
Doing great. How are you this morning?
Not bad. Sometimes we have to understand as a people that if don't really exist, if you take the money that they spend for the light and put it into something else that don't exist, what the caller had to do, and let me tell you, this is not supporting government because I'm a patriot. Me don't care about government and not, I shouldn't say government, politics and politicians. The light is already there. I'm giving him an advice. Buy the light from the government and let the government do what he said they should do. Because what you're saying, the light is already there. There's nothing you could do about it unless somebody buy the light if the government want to sell it. So the point you're saying about take light, take money and do nonsense. We other people will just say a lot of things because we get the opportunity to and think. If no exist in that situation, the light is there. Already by the light, we enjoy what it was. So if he don't like what happened, he can just buy the light from the government and let the government implement what he just said. Thank you, my brother.
Thank you, caller. Appreciate your call. We do have another caller. Caller, you're live. Good morning and welcome.
Jesse, how are you going today? Good?
I'm doing good. How are you this morning?
Great. You know, in terms of transportation, I think that the western side, boy, that is real problem is. and especially in the night. Well, of course, we ain't going over that thing again, because remember, the people don't want to walk in the night because of a robbery and all kind of things. But the western side, that side really, really need attention, and government and people have been calling on governments to do that over and over. In particular, those hotel workers and so on, that the hotel people drop them halfway. I think we need to look into that and serious only talk. Also, JT, but before I want to say about this social media that they're talking about, I just want to remind people of this coming, not tomorrow, next Saturday, the second of a breakfast on the Carnage Plaza, on the Carnage Plaza next to the Pizza Hut, starting at 7 p.m. JT, 7 a.m. Everything is about social media. Everything I have to look on a social media. I find these political parties or governments on the whole, you still have to utilize the radio. The radio is very important. I listen to the radio. I know people just laugh and say, oh, you're old-time-ish. I listen to the radio. I listen to GBN and MTV. And you have to take into consideration that 18,000 people, I'm subject to correction, don't have access to television. But everything you do, you have to switch on social media. You have to switch on, YouTube and TikTok. And this shouldn't be so. So I'm asking all parties, whether it's government or all entities, that we must continue to use the radio and the television. And you see, GIS, I have a problem with them. I can't explain. I'm tired of these people in terms of bringing information to the people. That's what we pay now for, information. So the bottom line is this: I think that we need to still continue using the radio and television. It's really important because not everybody have access to the social media, right? And just continue the good work on GBN and continue the good work on all those radio stations, because we need radio.
Thank you.
They're talking about redundant is not redundant. Thank you.
Thank you. Caller via WhatsApp, you're live. Let's hear from you. Good morning.
GT, good morning. How are you today?
Doing good, sir. What about you, man?
Nice weather, GT. I can't complain about the allergy, man. The pollen outside, very strong.
You know, there's always that option, right? They ain't not taking a whole lot of use.
The funny thing, we suffer allergy. The funny thing, GT, we suffer allergy up here, right? And then when we come home, nothing, it didn't bother us.
I know. So that's why you should waive that option, man. Use Grenada. When those allergies comes around, book that flight and come back to the Spice Isle.
What's about you coming up and I going down?
That's another option, man. That's another option. No problem. So tell me, what's your contribution this morning? What's your contribution this morning?
My contribution is like, okay, I listened like 2 callers ago, all right? Okay, I listened to this guy with so many options, so many ideas, and the rich is good. It's nice to hear ideas, but something what does get to me, GT. River Sally, right, and Roselle right now high in unemployment, right? Mm-hmm. And some of them have business place and they don't employ nobody, GT. But yes, they're giving the government so many advice, And the other day, GT, I end up listening to this NNPM rally. The meeting that I have, they're going around having meeting, which is good, because I try to listen to both sides, even though I know where I stand, but again, I listen to the doctor. Somebody as a doctor, you understand, should be giving good advice, encouraging people to grow your vegetables and things. During COVID, like Dr. Martin used to encourage Grenadians like to eat color stuff, And when I heard the doctor talking about the system making people sick, and I was taken by that. The last time I heard the same doctor again, who's supposed to be educated, talking about we building a hospital, and then how much people are going to employ. When you're building a hospital, you don't know how much people are going to employ because there is so many different sections. And and they have somebody will be running, and I wonder, well, what NNP thinking? Maybe they need to think that over. For a doctor, I expect better than that. She's an educated person. I love to see youth something when they put themselves within in politics, so, get involved just like me. But then, if it's that person they have to run against Quincy, well, they're going to definitely get that 15-0 in truth. GT, have a blessed
You
weekend.
too, sir.
Be
Have a
safe
good
out
morning
there,
and a great weekend to come yourself. We do have another caller. Caller, you're live. Good morning.
Hi,
Welcome.
Good morning.
Good morning to you.
Mother's Day is coming up, and I'm not big on all of that. But we're having a problem in the hospital. I think that the women who have to go in with their children, their mothers, their fathers, their auntie, whatever, they have to go into emergency casualty and spend so many hours. I was in the casualty not so long ago, and this is not the first time. This is, I've been there. And the women are there who came in with their children from since morning, right? 7 o'clock in the night. They're still there. Who is taking care of home when mothers, their fathers there too, one or two, but mainly women. Women are spending hours in the emergency unit in the hospital. I'm not blaming nobody. I'm not saying that the doctors are this or the nurses are that. I'm just saying that too much time is spent in emergency. An emergency is an emergency. And I cannot understand. Sometimes children fall, who get bullied, they fall, they break their all kinds of stuff happen at school. Parents are called. The mother goes, has to go down to the hospital, leave her job, go down to the hospital to meet up with her child so that she can get some attention. And that's from 11 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 7 o'clock in the night. Still there. And that's not one mother I'm talking about, When I went in there the other day, they had 3 children who were in there from school, who were bullied at school and ended up with injuries. Okay? Mothers have to be there. Who's taking care of the children at home? Who is cooking the meal?
So quick question, caller. Are you trying to say that the services need to improve or that in terms of the rate that folks are trying to should be attended to?
Yes,
is that what you're trying to get at?
Yes, listen to what I'm saying. People say to me, okay, well, that happens in the States, that happens in Canada. Yes, it may happen in all of them places, but let us be the people who it doesn't happen to. Let Grenada stand out like that when you go to the emergency unit, you get attended quickly, within an hour at least. Come on.
Okay.
It's very unfair, and sometimes they're there without meals. Listen, Mother's Day is not about saying, Happy Mother's Day, la, 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 and the little gifts and the little trinkets and things. Mother's Day is about food security, health security, children secure at school, and all those things. We need that. I'm a mother, I'm a grandmother, I'm a great-grandmother. I'm not playing. This is ridiculous, and we need to do better. And this is what we need to do better.
Thank you, caller. Thank you so much. Appreciate your call. Hey, folks, it's moving down to 3 minutes after 10 o'clock this morning. That's what we're going to have take a wrap for today's edition of To The Point. Of course, a bit of a shortened version of it this morning for some reason or the other. I want to thank everyone who, of course, tuned in for the entire week thus far. Thank you so much for being on To The Point with me and, of course, my guests who usually are here with me. Until we do this again next week, have a great weekend to come. And best wishes goes out to you also for the rest of the day today. Until we have another edition, folks, have a good one. That's why we say goodbye.